Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a penny turn red. Can't let that shit play in my hand, Wargaming.
Hey, what's going on, guys? You've tuned into Hobby Homies. We are your weekly tabletop podcast. I am Shane. As always, I'm hanging out with Fox.
Howdy, friends.
Newly shaved Fox. And, of course, Churchy.
How you going, guys?
I'm more aerodynamic now when I nod in agreement with you.
Of course.
Because of a little less hair. Also, way less. So that's just good for self-esteem.
Of course, yeah.
Nothing but benefits except for the cold winter's breeze on the noggin. I need a comfortable beanie.
Churchy's the man. Today, we are playing a game that every teenage girl plays is Hobby Would You Rather?
Yes.
Or Wargaming Would You Rather?
Or tabletop Would You Rather?
Or tabletop Would You Rather?
Yes.
We're playing Would You Rather. We've succumbed to this.
We're having flashbacks to our 15-year-old days.
Yeah.
Our sleepover slumber parties.
Yeah.
Where we're like,
do you like Kristen?
I don't like Kristen. You're being silly. I don't like Kristen. I mean, she's okay. I mean, I like a little
If
bit.
she liked me, maybe I'd like her.
Why? Did she say something?
yeah.
Would you rather date Kristen or kiss your teacher on the lips? No, neither.
This is terrible.
Why my 15-year-old self was obviously underdeveloped. Hey, can I start it off?
Kick us up, too. We need it.
This
Please
is
save this ship.
the first... constantly just trying to save this ship, dude. This is to both of you. Oh, these are all to Churchy as well, but only some you'll probably find apply. But this one you can speak to. And as you're listening along at home or watching us on the tubes, let us know what you would rather from all of these things.
Yes.
I
want to know your Would You Rather.
Yeah. Give us 10 comments, separate comments detailing what you would rather. Oh, clinky. So, would both of you rather kiwi fruit on your pizza or chocolate on your pizza?
I thought this was hobby related.
The rest will be, but this is from a previous discussion we've had.
Topical.
Yeah. So, kiwi fruit or chocolate on your pizza?
Can I have like chocolate covered kiwi fruit?
Ooh. Nice.
No. These are would you rathers. It's either or.
So there's no compromise.
There's no compromise
the
here.
The main base of the pizza is a pizza in itself with ham, cheese, tomato.
Yeah, just imagine an Aussie.
Okay.
But is it an Aussie with
Oh, okay.
kiwi fruit or is it a...
Changes things there.
Hot or cold?
Why does that... Why?
Well, because if it's an Aussie, I'd rather have kiwi fruit on it because kiwi's gonna naturally go better with the flavors of like.
What would chocolate go better with than kiwi
It
would?
could be a dessert pizza.
Like
Yeah,
what?
there's
Like
dessert
a
pizzas.
pancake
I actually
base?
had one before.
Like yeah.
With like chocolate stuff on it and stuff.
Marshmallows and
That sounds horrible.
So it's good. It's
delicious.
Think of a
It's like
traditional
Nutella one.
pizza.
yeah. Is it hot or cold?
It's hot.
That will affect the consistency of the chocolate.
Yeah, so it'd probably be melted chocolate. Is that better? That's better, isn't
But
it?
if it's cold, won't it have hardened?
yeah.
Well, but it's not cold.
Oh, it's hot.
It's hot. Yeah.
Okay.
One criteria I mentioned. You're hazy on for some reason.
I'm gonna lock in
Oh,
kiwi.
Ooh, he's locking it in.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
Fucking
I
kiwi.
think yeah, on like a traditional pizza, I would prefer
Kiwi
as
fruit.
well.
cool. You guys are crazy.
About you?
Yeah, probably the same.
Yeah.
Only because me and my friend Reese, I remember once we thought it was revolutionary, the concept of chocolate on pizza. And we were having pizza every second night because Domino's had this 3 for $21 deal or something. It was like $7 a pizza, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we'd get that delivered, play a bunch of games or whatever. And we just had so much pizza that we were like, we need to change it up. We need something different.
Yeah.
So we thought we were geniuses and we put chocolate on the pizza.
What kind of chocolate though? Was it like
Just
chocolate
dairy milk.
Mars bar? Oh,
Yeah, just dairy milk blocks.
Oh, so you like snapping blocks?
Yep.
Placing them on
Yep.
slices,
Like the little olives.
consuming them.
Correct. Well, we put it out in the oven for a little bit to melt the chocolate.
Oh shit!
And then we ate one piece each and we're like, it's not for me.
Nah,
Luckily, we have two other pizzas.
you guys thought you were pizza like geniuses.
We thought we were revolutionizing not just the pizza industry,
Yeah.
but the world in its
Around it.
entirety.
Yeah, of course.
We thought the world was spinning around this concept of chocolate on pizza.
No.
And then we realized, you know what? Probably lots of people have tried this and met the same conclusion.
You should try a dessert
Kiwi
pizza.
Yeah, all right. I will. So it just sounds like a dessert pizza. I'm doing air quotations.
It is.
Yeah, well,
because it's
What
not really a
else- What
pizza.
else do you expect?
It's just it sounds like pancakes. Sounds like a big
Kind of.
pancake.
It's basically like a pizza base with just a bunch of dessert stuff on it.
Yeah, sometimes it's ice cream.
But is it actually dough? Is it actually pizza dough? This is a tabletop
Yeah,
podcast. by the way.
It's a pizza. It's like a pizza base.
Yeah, okay. So it's a
And
dough
then
base.
Whatever, yeah. of
Yeah, but
whatever
it's a sweet
variety,
dough.
And then it's.
But how's it a sweet dough? Put sugar in
Put
it.
sugar in it? Yeah.
Where would I get one of these? So this
Same.
exists and you both, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
I've
Let me know if you've had a dessert
mostly
pizza,
it's
because I'm pretty sure they're making this up. And
I
They're
think
not.
this is
I've
a
had-
long Kong.
I think I've had them twice.
Wow.
Weirdly enough, I think both times were at events. Like I
couldn't
know
commit
one
to
was at a
choice.
wedding recently.
Don't do that at
I
your
can't
wedding,
remember
Shane.
the other time, but I'm pretty sure that was at some event or something as well.
I'm just Googling them.
I'm just here with the boys. We're to change the dessert menu. No, I know you've already bought everything.
Don't laugh. He's doing this. He's on the phone to his missus.
I'll speak to you later.
Oh, how'd she take it?
Not well.
We can. I mean, we
Legs
don't
off.
have to. What?
The wings off.
Oh no. But
But then we don't have to have the pizzas. So,
we
yeah.
don't have to-
It's kind of
True.
it's kind of win-win.
Dodge a bullet.
50-50. Dodge a bullet.
Although, what
Dessert
if,
pizzas.
What if, curveball, what if instead of the dessert pizzas, you do kiwi pizzas?
What, at their
Like
wedding?
it's worse.
The wedding's off. Yeah, well, but how is it worse? You
Next one.
you chose kiwi fruit.
I chose kiwi on a pizza
It's true,
over
you do.
chocolate on a pizza.
Sure, we're talking about yeah. It's not a dessert pizza per se.
Dessert pizza is like this requires way more steps.
All right, yeah, you're right. Okay, so onto the tabletop section of the Would You Rathers. That warmed us up. That gets people an idea of what we're talking about. And
Not really.
not really at all.
We're here.
Here we are. Hey, our only thing that we told you is there would be episodes every Sunday. We never said they would be good or
didn't.
relevant.
Or topical.
Yeah, or tropical in the case of these pizzas.
Kiwi
Probably is tropical. Anyways, I'll give you a Would You Rather. Or, yeah, like a proper one.
Okay.
All right,
We're warmed up.
we're warmed
We're
up.
ready to go.
So, Shane,
Yes.
would you rather only be able to dry brush all your models for the rest of your life? That's your only painting method.
Okay.
Dry brushing only.
Dry brushing from like base till
They're already primed.
okay, so no priming, just dry brushing.
Exactly. Once you've primed them, your only technique is dry brush. Basically, can't add water to your paints, effectively.
Okay.
Or you can do whatever you want, but you have to hand prime all your miniatures. Hand paint the primers on.
Okay, as in brush on primer.
Brush on primer for all of your miniatures.
Ooh, good question. I do fancy a dry brush. I've implemented dry brushing for metallics and stuff like that.
Yep.
Over black, which I like.
Yep. How much of a twist do you think then would it be for you to just apply that to all of your techniques?
Man, it'd be hard because it's hard to be clean with the dry brush.
Yeah. Yep.
I would rather brush on primer.
To all your models
Yep.
for the rest of eternity.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Sure.
It does mean you can't do Zenithal though.
Yeah,
Or
or
maybe do a dry brush.
yeah,
Zenithal.
yeah, that's exactly what Gritty did
Oh.
on his Infinity models that he posted in the Discord. Discord
Oh,
links on the hobbyhomies.com.
Yep. Check it out.
Yeah, the blends look sweet, but it's dry brushed.
Yeah.
It's all the slap chop method.
Yeah.
So
Sick.
you could do that.
I could
You
do that. I'll do that. I'll do that one. Thanks.
Okay, so if you got 20 models there,
Yep.
and you got to get them painted, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Hand brush and primer.
Rattle can.
See, yeah, miss me with that.
me,
You're putting
Drake
the miss
meme.
me, Jake meme, Drake meme.
Drake meme.
I was like, who's Jake? Must have missed that meme. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
reckon. Because then you can
Do whatever you want after that.
exactly. And like it doesn't take that much to brush on primer.
Yeah. I mean, I've done it and it's shitty, and I'm just like, I've got that mentality in my head where I'm like, I'm never gonna do this again.
Yeah.
In my life
Why
because
would
I
you
have
when you could
access.
rattle can or
Exactly.
airbrush or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean you can air? Oh no, you have to brush on the primer.
Exactly. Yeah, I've thought of everything with these questions. Whatever you were thinking, I've trapped you. But you still think you would rather brush on the primer and then do whatever you want after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
I don't have many thoughts on the topic. I wrestled with this one a lot because I was like, yeah, I don't think I would be happy with dry brushed results. But then I'm like, oh, then again, maybe I would get so good at it.
It is also true.
And
It's the only thing you're doing.
If that's the only thing you're doing. But also there is that ceiling for how good a dry brushed object can be.
Yeah.
And it's like, but is that ceiling something I would be happy enough with? You know, I'm all about speed painting and getting stuff on the table so I can play the game with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe therefore I want a dry brush. But then I was like, actually, how much more effort would it be to I think I still would go dry brushing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can just rattle can, zenithal,
Yep.
and then get out a tiny little dry brush. Yeah, some details are gonna look shitty.
Everything's going to look good from 3 feet away.
Well, it's dry brush, so
not
maybe
close.
9 feet away.
Maybe.
Binoculars, these look okay.
Infrared.
Infrared, yeah.
Yeah.
Monochrome vision, black and white. Yeah, I think the thing about dry brushing is it's a great technique, and there's some surfaces that it's fantastic on, like metallics and
Yeah.
rough surfaces or whatever.
Big flat panels.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon.
Okay.
You ever try edge highlighting a big flat panel?
I
You need to like layer it up.
don't think I've ever edge highlighted.
There you go.
Don't need to. Just dry brush it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So edging the large panel, not doing the main.
I reckon because but you can do the main like chunk of the panel as well.
Interesting. Make it look smooth, not chalky. And I never said anything about smooth.
It's good.
That's fair.
You can do it.
It can be done.
Can be done.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
would go dry brush because I don't want to hand prime all my models.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think
Fair.
I'm happy. I'm locking that one in.
You're locking in your question.
I'm locking in the answer. Well, I never. All my questions that I've written, I actually haven't thought about at all. I'm like, oh, that's a
lot actually.
I'm like, that's a little bit tough. I'll leave that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Come back to that one.
what about you, Churchy? You're barely in.
I've got a toe in.
My first instinct is to say like dry brush because it's quick and I
Yeah.
like dry brushing, but
Yeah.
then ultimately I think I would go for just priming by hand because even though it's going to take longer, it
Yeah.
just leaves all the creative options afterwards open.
Yeah.
Not that I
good
paint
point.
much anyway, but
You are winning me over with that point because in the same way that you get better in theory by doing dry brushing so much, that priming will just be part of your workflow.
Yeah.
You won't know. You'll know that it's taking longer than spraying.
Yeah.
But you'll be like, well, this has to be done.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just part of it.
Yep.
You know, just like cleaning the models and clipping off the sprues. It just has to be done.
Necessary evil.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yep.
that's interesting. I've wavered slightly, but I'm still okay. Dry brush in this hypothetical situation.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Well, let me ask you a question.
do it.
So we're all familiar with the whole wound roll mechanic,
Yes,
right?
yes. And for those who aren't, it's a role where you wound people,
You wound others,
and not yourself.
not yourself. No.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. So my question. To
That's
you,
Caitlin going. I'm just making it very clear. I have cancelled the wedding, and it's over.
Yeah.
And that's why. And your response was, "Oh fuck,
Just get out of the house.
guys, we're gonna have to pack this up real quick."
because he said, "What about Kiwi pieces?"
And he's like, "That's a great idea."
So,
Yes.
would you rather
Okay.
remove from altogether from the game the wound roll mechanic
Sure.
or cover save mechanic?
Uh,
So you straight up wound regardless of tables and other charts,
Yep.
or once it's hit, they've hit.
Yep.
There's nothing to negate that.
Yep. I feel like this one has become easier to me recently because I would get rid of the wound roll. Because the wound roll, just in case, because that's mostly a 40k mechanic.
I feel it's mostly a Games Workshop mechanic.
Sure. Yeah. It's sort of like you do one roll to see if you hit someone,
Yeah.
be it in combat or shooting. And then if you hit, you go to the strength of your gun versus the toughness of them, and you roll to see if that hit wounds them, which is kind of crazy because, like, what hit from any weapon
Yeah.
would not cause some sort of wound?
That hasn't been saved
Correct.
by the cover save. So it's like two
Correct.
saves essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or saving throw, I should
It's
say.
adding, yeah, exactly. And so then on top of that, if you then finally do wound them, there's another save,
Yeah.
which is your defensive save as the receiver of that wound to go, actually, no,
Yeah.
it didn't hurt me for
Yeah.
whatever reason. So I think I would choose to eliminate that silly wound roll. only because I feel like that's what Star Wars Legion is that I've been playing a little bit.
Yep.
It's you rolled a hit. Those hits can get removed based on if you've got cover. That's
Yep.
how they do it. So if you roll 3 hits and I've got heavy cover, that removes 2 hits.
Yep.
So then you got that 1 hit remaining, but that 1 hit goes through.
Yep.
And then they roll their defensive dice.
Yep.
Because you do want that as a
save it.
defender
Yep.
to save it. Yeah, a saving throw. You as the defender kind of want that interaction.
Yeah.
You don't want to just sit there and have, if you got rid of the cover save or
Then you
the
do
armor
nothing
save,
in your opponent's turn.
you're just like, how many do I remove
Yeah.
without doing anything? Sure.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah.
Arguably some games feel like at times anyways.
Yeah, true.
But at least, if you do get that defensive save, no matter what, you've got that little bit of something you can do.
yeah.
Yeah, it's chance, but still, it's a bit fun. As opposed to giving you 2 rolls and me none. Let's go 1-1.
Yeah.
That's my logic around it anyways. Plus, I've always hated the wound roll.
I was in a similar boat thinking about that.
Yeah.
Wound roll. Again, in one-page rules, Grim Dark Future I've been playing, there is no wound roll. So, you're not comparing toughnesses and strengths and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
it seems like an unnecessary mechanic. You just rolling dice for the sake of rolling dice.
Does feel like that. I mean, I understand it creates a little bit of nuance because, like, in a game like Games Workshop's 40k or whatever,
Yeah.
there needs to be some level of difference between your gun and the gun of 20 other troops.
Yeah.
And you can't quite capture that on 1 d6 dice, right?
No.
If you hit on 4s, but your gun is objectively crapper than this other gun that also hits on 4s.
as well. Yeah.
So there needs to be that little nuance in it, and I understand that. But there's other ways to, I think, do that. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things if you want to add complexity,
Yeah.
the wound roll's a way to do it. Or maybe introduce one of those crazy new age D20s that have only just come out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, true.
Nuancing to a D20.
Yeah. Who would do that?
Then you could be like, hey, your gun's really good and you're really good with it.
Yep.
You hit on 7 ups
Yep.
on a D20. Maybe do that. And anyways, who would change the dice? That's crazy.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. So you
Couldn't.
would, what's your answer? You would also get
I
rid
would
of,
also remove the wound roll.
yeah. Having
yeah.
seen the other side and playing 1-page rules.
Yeah. Like, if you didn't know any different, if you've only ever played games with wound rolls, like hit rolls, wound rolls, and saves, I get it. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's almost natural to pick them up and roll again.
Yeah.
And to need a similar result or better or worse, whatever.
For sure.
I would can it.
Get rid of it.
Gone. Scrapped.
I also think it's not, like you mentioned, it is instinctive
mate.
and it doesn't take a ton of extra time, right? It's not.
No.
Of the 500 different mechanics that are in some games,
Yeah.
wound roll's not like the one I go, you got to get rid of that.
Nah.
There's a few unnecessary things that I would scratch before it.
Yeah.
But you're right, it does still make a game, it just feels like the game's more streamlined.
Yeah.
Makes more sense. I've hit you. Of course, I'm doing damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, I agree. Let's get rid of it. Wound rolls,
Wound rolls
gone.
are gone. To
Done.
the wind.
To the wind. I'll just throw them over there.
Yeah. we'll get them later.
Never again. We'll get them later. Pick them up and re-roll them.
Yeah.
Good one, dude.
Thanks, man.
Good one.
Proud of that question.
Is that your only one?
No, I've got 5 more. They're all better than the last.
Are they really? I
no,
went the opposite. I think mine get worse.
No, worse than pizza. Oh, no.
Yeah, hey, I hope you brought your parachute because this is about to jump off a cliff. All right. So, would you rather only be able to play Star Wars Legion? Mm-hmm. That's the only game you can play from now on.
Yep.
Or you can play any game you want,
Yep.
but only the ones with metal miniatures.
So you can't play any game you want. You can only play the ones with metal
Any
miniatures.
game you want that has metal miniatures.
Oh, goddamn. Sorry, guys. I'm recovering from the spicy cough.
Yeah, you are. You still got it. We're all just
We're all
brave,
just marinating in it.
marinating.
No,
Does
today's
smell
my
like COVID in
day
here.
9, I think.
Cool. That wasn't the question though.
Oh, what was the question?
This
Metal
happens.
miniatures or no?
So only play Star Wars Legion or play any games that have metal miniatures.
Good question. So that
Oh, you
leaves...
play parsecs.
You could play Parsecs.
Could definitely still play Parsecs.
It's great for Parsecs.
I think I need to make
Lock
it.
in Parsecs.
No, lock in Parsecs. That wasn't an option.
I don't care. Lock it in.
I'm gonna eliminate all miniature agnostic games for the sake of this question. You can no longer play them
Churchy, we're
regardless.
stuck now. What are we going to do?
You're stuck against a rock and a parsec.
Oh, you really can't play parsecs now.
Can't
can
play.
you?
No, you can't really play because that's miniature agnostic, which is a great thing about parsecs. So
It
you can
is.
bring whatever miniatures you want,
Like Infinity miniatures.
yeah, which are made of metal. So therefore, great for
We're locking in
parsecs. No. So yeah, you can play. What can
Is
you
it
play?
forever or like? Or
It's
like,
forever. All these are forever. It's the rest of your life.
Oh, the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah.
Shit.
So what metal miniature games that you could play?
Infinity.
So Infinity or Star Wars Legion? No, this.
Warmer things.
Yeah, Warmer Hordes.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you call it Warmer Things?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a better name for it, actually.
I came up with that.
Guess you could play some Lord of the Rings. A little bit of it.
Second edition 40k.
Go source the old models.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Probably Legion.
Basically, this question was designed to get you to say you wanted to play Star Wars Legion.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. But I like to talk about it. I started with, would you rather play Star Wars Legion? Now, what else can I what else can I put against that?
Anything.
Anything. Or Hungry Hippos.
Oh yes.
Yeah, when I first thought of it, I was like, damn, that's tough. It means I couldn't play Infinity and it's really not that tough. I did think of things like Burrows and Badgers, but I mean, I don't play that anyways. So there were like maybe 5 or 6 games I was like, oh, but that means I can't play those games. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait, I already don't.
Yeah.
And I do play Legion, so I'm kind of already made that choice.
Yep.
So, but just, yeah. Yeah, I think Legion.
Yeah. You'd lock in Legion as well.
But it just means you can only play Legion.
It does.
Which at this point in time is all I'm doing anyways, and all I'm interested in at the
it's
moment.
fine for now.
It's fine for now. But what about
2 weeks time, fuck.
yeah? He's gonna want to play some insert game, unknown
new
game
shit
here.
doesn't exist
yeah. Test of Honor was the other one.
Oh yeah.
Can't play Test of Honor anymore if you choose
true.
Legion.
That's a
Yeah.
shame.
Someone, MJ would have been there screaming like, "What about Test of Honor?"
Yeah. True.
Couldn't
True.
think of anything. Infinity. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, but I think Legion. And it's tricky, I think, because games that have plastic miniatures,
Yep.
feels like those are always the games that are a little bit more established, and that's why they can afford to
Yep.
injection mold their production.
Yeah.
So they're probably better established and therefore are more enjoyable games potentially. I don't know.
I mean, enjoyable is still subjective.
Yeah, but everyone else's opinions are wrong.
Exactly.
And so it doesn't matter. Okay.
I got another one for you.
All right. I'm ready.
Get slapped with it. Ready?
Okay. And you said this is better than the last? Thank goodness. I hope so.
Each one is better than the last.
All right. We'll see. Better is subjective.
Now,
Yep.
would you rather
Uh-huh.
implement into your wargaming
Okay.
variable movement stats and fixed range stats?
Hang on. My head hurts. Variable movement stats.
Yes. So instead of movement being 6 inches,
Sure.
it's a dice roll.
Oh.
And your range stat or whatever is an automatic, like, so you're not rolling to hit anymore. You hit 3 times, regardless, right?
If I can see it and it's in range,
If it's in
I
range,
hit it.
line of sight, all that bullshit, you don't even roll.
I'll just hit it.
You're just hitting it, right?
Yep.
And still rolling to wound and all that other bullshit.
Sure.
Or, so variable movement and fixed range stats,
Yep.
or the way it is now.
or not.
I didn't finish
or not.
I didn't finish the question, but I'm sure that's what I meant. I don't know.
Wait, are you sure you weren't asking would I rather variable movement or the range thing? Or are you saying,
No.
oh, okay, so
No,
would I rather
I'm
have
going
both of those
both.
things?
Yeah.
Or not have them?
Or be boring and normal like it is now.
Would you rather have this thing or not? Damn, that opens up a whole nother. I was always trying to pin things against each other, but I never thought about just like not having it.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
You know what? That's interesting because I instinctively I want to say that sounds garbage. I think I'll choose that. I think I'll keep things the way they are. But I do like the idea of you're playing a game. Yeah, I like the idea of having that fixed range thing where you don't roll to hit
Okay, yep.
because you just say you hit the unit you see this many times.
Yeah.
Maybe you say -1 for light cover, -2 hits for
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
But you could bake in everything about that unit into that.
Yeah.
So if it's an elite unit, or with and it's supposed to be well trained,
Yeah.
then maybe you hit 5 times. And if it's a crappy unit of whatever civilians,
You hit once or twice.
you hit once or twice.
Yeah.
And so it bakes into their skill, the strength of their guns,
Yep.
their numerousness, all into that. Hey, I hit this many times.
Yeah.
And then you just do that, and then you remove stuff for cover. Maybe you just automatically you could essentially design a war game that's probably pretty fun and balanced without dice.
Yeah.
Because then on the reverse side, you go, all right, you hit this many times, they're in cover, move 1, they're in heavy cover, move 2. They've got this type of armor, minus another 1, and they've got this much blah, 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 minus another 1.
The only thing about removing dice opens up a whole can of worms. We were talking about this in the Discord a little while ago.
Right.
And like, it's interesting. Apparently, I'm not up to with it, but apparently games have tried to do it, and it's not always good.
Sure.
You know, like
Yeah.
you still do need some random aspect of that's what makes the game fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Is you know, you've got a fistful of dice and you go, oh, I just need whatever.
Yeah, it's the gambling
Roll on
aspect.
those dice.
It's the
Yeah.
excitement.
Yeah.
Because if you think about a typical game, there is most of the excitement comes from that unknown.
Yeah.
It's rolling those dice and knowing you need to make 4 of your 6 saves to win.
And making all 6 of them or whatever, and
Yeah.
just being like it's just
Yeah, it's like those dice have basically got little pockets of dopamine in them.
Yeah.
And as soon as they hit the table
Yeah.
and land a certain way,
They show that number that you need.
straight in your face.
Covered in dopamine.
You're just dripping with dopamine. Just like a toxic cloud of dopamine. Yeah, exactly. Whereas although you could design a game without dice completely,
Yeah, it wouldn't be as fun.
it would just be known. It would be like, okay, that shoots that, you remove 2. All right, that shoots that, you remove 1.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
What about the variable movement side of things, though?
Sounds garbage, dude. Variable movement. You said random movement, though.
variable.
You said variable,
I said
but then you
variable.
described random movement. You said you roll a dice and that's what you move.
Random movement.
Yeah, why? Yeah, you said you.
shit.
Yeah, you said this before once, and you were like, I would like that. And
I
was
would like that.
yeah, but like, why?
Because
What's it symbolizing? The random movement. I could move 1 inch. Imagine that. Imagine being like, oh my dude, my elite super soldiers across this open plain.
right, okay.
Move
Explain
1
the
inch.
same thing to charge roll then.
Oh, charge roll's stupid.
Charge rolls are garbage.
It's garbage. It's garbage.
Fixed charge rolls. Would you rather fixed charge rolls?
That's not on there. You can't change that. I would rather fix charge rolls. Absolutely. That's so much
Play
better.
one-page rules then.
Okay. They got fixed charge
Yeah,
rolls?
they do.
I'd like it to be variable fixed charge rolls. So, like, it changes per unit based on how quick they are.
Does.
Yeah. That's
it
just
does.
good. That's
Yeah.
objectively better
Yeah, yep.
than, like, random charge rolls. You could roll 4 inches or you could roll 12.
Yeah.
It's the same troopers.
Or
Are they
2
good
inches.
or are they good or bad? You could.
Yep.
That'd be bad.
That'd be very bad.
Snake eyes,
I
baby.
like the idea of variable movement, but like toned down. So sort of like the charge rolls, but like something more like your character's guaranteed to move 4 inches.
Sure.
Like
Then you can
D3
get
plus
an extra
3.
3.
Yeah.
Like roll a d6, 1 or 2, you move an
Yeah.
extra 1. Roll 3 or 4, you move an extra 2. Roll 5 or 6, you move an extra 3. So
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or something like the way that 40k does blast almost. I'm trying to remember. Is that what I'm thinking of? Anyway, so it's basically like you roll a d6,
Yep.
and if you roll anything under a 3, it doesn't matter because you're removing at least 3.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the 4, 5, and 6 is a bonus.
Yep.
So you're like, oh, yeah, you're going to get at least 2, but if you roll higher, it is higher.
Yep.
Or you could do, actually, the way you guys mentioned was probably better. It's like 3 inches plus whatever you roll.
Yeah.
But that seems like so variable. Is it 4 inches or 9 inches? It's like a charge roll. Might as well be a charge roll.
But if it's a D3.
Oh, yeah, you guys said
Yeah,
D3, didn't you?
yeah,
I wasn't really
so
listening.
it's-
No.
I was thinking about
So if you've got
how I was going to get my next beer.
Yeah, so if you've got like 3 inches of guaranteed movement,
Yeah.
and then another 3 potential
Yeah.
Yeah.
of movement, but
Which
you
is-
have to roll like high to get the
Depending on the thing too.
Which is
You could
kind
have
of-
like D6 plus 3. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
6 plus D3.
It looked like you went somewhere else for a second. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Did I turn the stove off?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Hope so.
3
It's been days.
3 plus D3 or 6 plus D3 or whatever.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Something like that sounds kind of, I don't know, fun to me.
Yeah.
But that's sort of from a role-playing point of view. Like, in my mind, that's like, I imagine the character does their guaranteed thing, but then they're trying to, like,
Yeah.
push that a little bit further. And
Yeah.
They manage to or whatever. And
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. You know what? What about fixed movement, but there's options. So you can always move 3 inches, but you can choose to move another 3 at the cost of losing your virginity.
instead
Oh,
of,
I can't spare that.
your combat action. So it's the
Yeah.
same as so many games that already do.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, actually, it's pseudo everything that already exists.
Yeah.
It's like assault. It's like,
It's
yeah.
almost as if
like
people have
charge.
developed these games before.
And people are pretty good at making games, actually. I've thought of everything.
People are great.
People are
Wait,
great.
you mean you can take 2 move actions if you don't do a shoot action?
Speaking of beers, Churchy, what do you got going on over there? Could you feel like taking a journey to the hive?
I can probably rustle something up for you boys.
Yeah, could you rustle up a Jimmy?
Please.
I'll have one of these. Yeah. Rustle me up
And a Carlton for you.
Yes, please.
whiskey sour, please.
Whiskey sour.
Yeah, or a Manhattan. Or actually, whiskey sour.
Never had a martini before.
Should I just bring the whole bar?
Go
No.
back to your place, get your bar.
Yeah, yeah. But,
That's actually nearly empty.
yeah. Hey, you've got an alcoholic problem.
Alcoholic.
Alcoholic problem. Would you rather...
Alcoholics hanging around.
Would you rather have an alcoholic problem or not? So, we think we're funny. That's all that matters. Hey, I've got a good one.
Okay. It's better than mine.
I don't know. I just thought of it. No. Would you rather be able to paint at a world-renowned standard, but
Yep.
each model you paint takes 20 hours plus?
I think to paint at a world-renowned standard would probably take that long anyway.
Correct. So it's a good thing. It's like you paint it, but this is the only way you can
Can you
paint.
paint good or not?
Or not. Or would you rather paint good or not?
Oh, Churchy.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, so you can never paint the other way. You can only paint
So you like have to spend 20 hours.
per miniature, but every single one you do is going to be like, everyone would be like, oh my gosh, it's Shane. He dropped another picture of a thing that he painted. Look at it. Everyone look at it.
What was this question?
Would you rather, well, I haven't even finished really, but would you rather paint to a world-renowned standard or not? No. Would you rather...
World-renowned standard, thanks.
Okay, cool. Would you rather paint to a world-renowned standard, but each model takes you over 20 hours, or not? No. However,
Basically, it's
that's the only way you can paint.
Yep.
So every miniature you do is automatically a 20-hour stint. You're going to paint a score to 5, that's 100 hours. But all of them, in their own right, are Golden Demon winners.
Yep.
Or
Just play skirmish games.
you can paint... Yeah, that's part of the question. You can totally do that.
Yeah.
Or you can paint an entire, slightly below tabletop standard army in under 20 hours.
Oh, no, slightly below here.
Mate.
Tabletop, again, it's so subjective.
Yeah, but
because
you know
it's
how
like,
you've got a standard where you go, that looks good, I'm happy
my
with that.
current standard or like
Yeah,
Juan
your own
Hidalgo's
individual.
tabletop
No,
standard.
no. Your own standard that you've got in your head where you go, that looks good, I'm happy with that. That to me is what tabletop for me is.
So a whole army in 20 hours.
Yeah, in slightly under that standard. So you're like, I don't love it, but it looks fine.
Oh man.
And it's a whole army. So you imagine your entire Gene Stealer cults
Yeah.
that you were trying to slap to get ready for the GTO.
Yep.
5 hours a night for 4 nights, done. The whole thing. Everything. But slightly below tabletop.
I mean, I know my answer for this one, straight up.
Yeah, well, Shane's going to take at least 20 hours, so or not.
I'd go for the world renowned
Yeah.
20 hours because most of like whenever I do paint, the most I ever paint is like a small squad.
Yeah.
And it takes me hours anyway, so like,
Yeah, might as well.
And I'm most interested in just like painting them and like if I was going to play a game or something, it would be a small game like a skirmish game or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
may as well just get more benefit for the time I already almost do.
And you probably get a career out of it just by default. Post your
yeah.
pictures up, have
Yeah,
a Patreon,
didn't
do
even think about
tutorials.
Put a few
Get the old tutorials
Get
going.
the old tutorials on the Patreon.
Of your paint jobbos.
On the Instagram.
Instagram. Welcome to my Instagram. Yes.
Incredibly racist. Oh man, that is great.
Wait, you don't like my Italian impersonation?
Pepperoni.
Instagram.
Highlighting is a sheet.
What was the question? I asked it. You're answering.
Paint good or not?
Yeah, paint good or not. Paint good or
good or fast.
quick.
Good
Yeah.
or quick. That's two things that you don't get together usually.
Correct. Yeah, that's the tension.
point of
Unless you're a mad lad.
Exactly. Which in this situation you're not.
No.
Ah.
You're either mad or lad.
I'm going to go with lad.
Parsecs, lock it in.
Lock it in. Whatever's great for bar sex.
Yeah. Painting
Yeah.
good.
Painting good.
Painting good.
Hey.
Yep.
There you go.
All I play is bar sex.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, it's a good one. That was tough. Because I was.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Actually hurt.
It actually hurt. Why I almost choked on my beer is because I imagined as I was drinking it how hilarious it would be if whatever answer you gave, I just spat take it all over you. And I'm like, that would be so good. But also then I thought of all the aftermath, like having to pause the episode to clean you up. And also the fact that I'm just...
I had to pause the episode for you to clean me up.
Because I imagine you'd be traumatized and in absolute shock with your hands clenched and just, yeah. And I imagine I'd be there with tissues just dabbing you. So I'm glad I didn't, but in my head it was very funny. So I'd
I
rather...
can see why you nearly did the spit take for
Yeah. Because it just came to me, the vision of me doing that. And to me it was hilarious. So...
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you for not spitting your drink on me.
You're most welcome. I'm not saying I'm never going to do it, but
Okay.
would you rather spit on you or not?
Or not. Your answer,
Yeah.
My answer will surprise you.
Yeah, stay tuned. Emotional. Yeah, okay, so you'd rather paint good.
Yeah.
So basically, probably never playing another fully painted
No.
war game again.
But you can play unpainted.
Of course. And that's what I do anyways. So I'm also going to lock in
Paint good.
world renowned. Yeah.
Yep.
I wrestled with this because I'm like, I want things on the table to be able to play games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I paint so good,
Yep.
people aren't going to want me to play games.
No.
Like, they're not going to care that my things are unpainted. They're like, oh, you didn't paint your minis. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
because I was busy doing this.
Like, have you seen my Instagram?
Have you seen my Instagram? Exactly.
Yeah.
I've got tutorials on the Patreon
Yeah. Have you seen all my patros? Would you like to become a patro?
to get access
$2 a month.
To my tutoros? Or you can just...
Totoro or whatever.
Totoro.
Whatever that thing is.
Toto?
In the Ghibli animations. My neighbor Totoro.
No.
Never seen it. Never
Don't
seen
worry.
it.
Check it out on YouTube. Yeah, check Churchy on YouTube.
I got another one.
Thank God.
Okay, so.
We haven't had much time. Churchy?
38 minutes in.
No, I said sorry. We haven't got much time. Haven't had much time to prepare. Shane's been a corpse.
Yes. I've been praying for death. Unfortunately, I was not granted.
It was a would you rather.
It was, die?
or not.
I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Like, you don't know the other answer. I'm like, I don't care.
You need that Oliver live episode ping, and because you weren't. I forget what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
There's a really good joke there for someone else to.
Someone
in
else
an-
can reconstruct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather?
You got very animated for that one.
Yeah, I'm excited.
you.
You've already.
This is top tier.
Is this your last one?
No.
Oh,
Got one more.
so, and it's gonna get better than this. I'd be saving that
What's the
animation.
Yeah.
tier?
Debatable.
Top tier. I'll read number 4 if you want.
No. Read
okay.
no. Read number 3.
Number 3.
It's
Which
just
is
you
also
said this
top-
one was top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
S
what's
tier.
beyond- Okay.
Maybe.
Is that not on top of? It's got a large top.
Yeah.
Lots of room for people up
What's the
there.
horizontal route?
Heaps of S. Heaps of S. Would you rather the D6 system as we know it now with rerolls,
Yep.
or a D12 system without rerolls?
That's funny you say that. I mentioned previously about the D20. Oh, but you've said D12.
I said D12 because I thought D20 when I was writing this question. And
D12 without rerolls.
Okay.
Easy.
You're locking it in. D12 without rerolls.
Yes, and I think that because effectively does the same thing. You can nuance the skill, which is effectively what you're doing with rerolls, right? Whenever you've got the lieutenant, it's around you that gives you the rerolls to 1.
Yep.
It's sort of saying that having that lieutenant round increases your morale or whatever. You're more on point.
Yeah.
You're not just going through the motions. You've got that assurance. You've got that leader there who's equipping you or whatever to be able to do your job better. Mm-hmm. So you could just increase your hit by 1.
Yep.
And it does that same thing. Not to mention, it's just better.
Yep.
It's more fun. More things on the dice. More variables.
More numbers to see.
More numbers to see.
Yep.
More variance. It's like you don't want to... How cool is it when like you're driving across Australia and it sucks when you're just like driving past the same open plains for like 4 hours?
Yep.
It's so much better when like it's changing, the scenery's changing constantly.
Yep.
It's like that.
Okay.
But dice.
The dice rolls.
Yeah.
The scenery.
Oh,
keeps
look, a
changing.
7.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. I haven't seen that in a
I haven't
little
seen a
while.
7 for like 200 miles.
Yeah, exactly. Last 7 I saw was 200 miles ago in Australia, where we use kilometers. The 7 was 200 miles ago. That's the fun thing about having a D12. Opens up your mind.
It's outback. 200 miles is like 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah. It's like intercontinental.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows how many it is?
Just
It's
down
like
the road.
variable movement.
Just down the road, mate.
Yeah, I think I go D12. Just because, I mean, some people love rolling dice, and you touched on it earlier. There's something satisfying about just picking up them handfuls and getting those dopamine hits.
Yeah.
The more you do it, you're picking up your dice, you roll a hit, you pick up all the ones, you re-roll those, you take out all the misses, you re-roll to wound.
Yeah.
And then like an hour's gone by and your 100 gaunts have finally...
First turn.
Yeah. But some people love that part of the game.
Yeah.
So they're always going to opt for D6s, keep the re-rolls in.
Yeah.
Keep the room for top and bottom numbers closer, whatever that's called. Some people, it's preference. Some people are going to choose that. Not me. Let me roll that dice.
Yep.
Hit them. Let them roll to defend. Wound. Let's go to the next unit.
Nice.
Make the game about positioning and all that other stuff.
Yep.
Yep. So I go D12s.
You go D12s?
I go D12s. Ideally, I go D20s.
D20s.
Yeah. They're just funner dice. More fun dice. And plus the original Star Wars game that I played was D20s.
Yeah.
And I was like, that looks so good. Although they did it poorly because they basically used like the hits were anywhere from 12. So you had to roll, I think, higher than that.
Okay.
Anywhere to like 12 to 16.
So they
And you're like, but you had all these other numbers you could have worked with.
D10s.
Yeah. You could have used D6s.
Yeah.
Really. But anyways, yeah. So D12s, but ideally for me, D20s. Not that that was an
Nice.
option. Yeah.
No, it wasn't an option.
Yourself, Shane? Yourself?
Oh, good question. I think I'd probably get rid of...
was your question. Give yourself that props.
didn't think about it. Good question.
Yeah, good question, Shane. Yeah, thank you, Shane.
I didn't... I don't know. I don't like re-rolls.
Yeah,
They
that's
seem
fine.
annoying.
Yeah. And you have to, logistically sorting through your dice, accidentally bumping some, being like,
yes.
oh man, was that a
And
3
you're like-
or a 4?
And then like you got to tell your opponent, oh, that was actually a 5.
All right, buddy. Sure it was.
Yeah.
Sure it was.
6s.
Yeah, I just bumped them all.
Trade.
I tried to go across the top to
There
grab
was
that
a-
one,
there
and
was
I knocked
actually
them all.
a tremor. I've got it reported on my phone app. I
See,
keep track of
0.1 earthquake. What's it called?
In
Richter scale?
Richter scale.
That's it.
Did you say 0.1 earthquake?
Yeah.
Why don't we just use that? Why do we say it on the Richter
Because I met
scale?
Richter and his scale.
Yeah.
Gotta pay homage to him.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. We should.
Fucked fine.
Came up with his own scale
He did.
using the metric system that exists. Out of 10. Very common. How bad was it out of 10? Well, I don't know, Richter. What do you think? It's probably about a 7. We'll call out the Richter scale if you like. All right, dude. It's not going to stick, Richter. Oh, I think it will.
Have you got one?
A question?
Yeah.
Oh, so I thought you were going to tell me more about how much you hated rerolls.
Oh, they're terrible.
All right, cool. So, would you rather? So we've covered a few different
We
things.
started derail and we got back on the rails, and then
Just so we could derail again.
Yeah. Yeah.
We giveth and taketh away in quality. Would you rather a quality podcast or not? So, I know I'm overusing that joke. I just think it's hilarious. It's really not, though. It's pretty normal.
Yeah.
So we've covered, would you rather be able to dry brush? So that's a bit of hobby stuff. Painting to a renowned standard. Bit more painting stuff. Now we'll go on the competitive side.
Okay.
Taking a bit of a curveball.
Yeah.
Would you rather... Uh-oh, you're sweating because your last question.
Copy my question.
I've never seen your questions.
Oh, okay.
Mine's not top tier, mine's garbage, so...
Oh, okay.
Would you rather... Watch me read your question. Place. So come first, second or third at every tournament you enter.
Okay, mine's better.
Yeah, good. Good. Thank God. But a requirement of this placing at every tournament, so, you know, everyone knows who you are because you're rocking up to these tournaments and
Oh,
placing.
yeah, it's like
but
this guy places third at best, at worst,
every time.
every time.
He's insane.
Basically race.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something of. But and for this, I think will be a negative. You have to enter in at least 6 2-day tournaments a year.
One every second month.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
Big 2 days though.
It is a big day. So, hang on. In this hypothetical situation, have I got a family? Or has
It's just you
Caitlin
now.
left me?
It's just it's the same as it is now. She's left you.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. What have I got to lose? You didn't even hear the or not. Or you never win a tournament. You only win at most one game every tournament.
Okay.
However,
Yeah.
you can generate a tournament at will. So you're like, oh, I've got tomorrow free. You could just be like, and I feel like playing Star Wars Legion. There's a tournament.
So, like a genie.
Yeah, you're like a tournament genie, but like a really bad
Dave.
one. Yeah, you're like Dave. You'd be like, oh, I really want to play, but it's any game. You'd be
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
I'm feeling like, you know, what would be cool?
Yeah.
Just playing like at a Parsecs tournament where you bring your crew, play Parsecs. I feel like playing that tomorrow. Boom. But you suck at it. Every single time.
It's so good. I love it. It's like you full on conjure it from the universe.
Yeah.
But it's like you're just bad.
Yeah. You've got all this power, but it's limited to actually just generating the tournament and translates in no way to the game.
Can like you play and win or something like that? Or
Oh, I probably will, mate. I'm amazing. I might not be available, though.
play 2 games just to become third out of a tournament.
Look at me. Taught by Penny, man. Taught by the best of them.
True.
Yeah, so you do that like, what is it called? On the IT crowd, where he just wishes things. Oh, what's it called? Have you seen the IT crowd? Both of you?
Bits of it.
I've seen it.
And so it's the one where he like, astral,
Astral projection?
it's like that, but not. It's astral something, where basically this like kooky science, not even science, this like whatever,
Okay.
hipster guru or whatever,
Yep.
has this thing where it's like, maybe it's not astral projection, I don't think. Anyways, yeah, basically he wishes it happens, and then it does.
Okay.
And so he's preaching this as like a fact.
Okay.
And so he's like, so one day I really wanted a helicopter. And like, so I thought about it real hard. I turned around 3 times. I think he like throws pretend something over his shoulder and then he wishes it. And he's like, and then 3 days later, I bought a helicopter. So it works. It's like, you're like that, but with
Okay.
tournaments.
With tournaments.
Yeah. Spin around 3 times, throw it over your shoulder, wish. And then tomorrow, the Star Wars Legion tournament. But yeah, again, and I can't stress this enough. You're really bad at it. You win 1 game.
I would do that because I would already probably just win 1 game.
Yeah.
And
So
be
it's
bad
like,
at it,
but
but I'd have a tournament whenever I wanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
But how cool would it be to like just be known as the guy that's always top 3?
Yeah.
Obviously not cool enough because you prefer the other thing.
Yeah.
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 Fair enough.
I'd be like to be known as the guy that can just summon tournaments.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm really feeling like a tournament this weekend, but there's nothing going on. Have you called Shane? He can actually just summon them up. What do you mean? Yeah, it's sort of like astral projection. Oh man, he must be so good. No,
I'm just
no.
imagining like he's summoned up this tournament and then you're sitting there next to him and you chose the other option and you're like,
And I placed top
hey
3.
boys, I placed top 3 every time.
Well, the tournament's not even
Like-
done yet. It doesn't matter.
But they're just sitting there like, yeah, but dude, did you see what he did?
He's conjured up a tournament. There's 400 people here. It's for test of honor. That's incredible. Yeah, but I placed top 3, mate. No one cares, Fox.
I think I still have a fever.
Shane summoned a tournament. This is news. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I go with
choice.
that one.
Yeah.
Summon tournaments.
You want to be a tournament wizard.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Tournament genie,
Fair enough.
like Dave.
Yeah, like Dave. Again, Dave can't do it for outside of 40k events. Man, you could do it for anything.
Doesn't try hard
You
enough.
could be like, oh, I use Pass X. I don't know what else there is. Be like, oh, I'm feeling like a Armada tournament. Done.
Done.
When? Shane? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Tomorrow.
Whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All day, half day, 400 people,
He could
7
do,
billion.
like, multiple in one day, because if he's only going to win one game,
Play
Yeah.
one game.
play one game, win his game. And
Well, you don't
the
not
next
knock
one.
down. All right, come on. You're not going to win your first game, mate. You're going to wait till day 2 and all the other, what do you call them? People that haven't won yet.
Dregs.
Losers. Get to day 2. I'll be right there with you.
Yeah.
You play against me and beat me.
No.
I'll be like, Shane, you conjured this tournament just to beat me once,
Yep.
and now you're leaving to
Yep.
conjure another one.
Yep.
Can I play?
My question for you, question number 4.
Think of how much money you would make as well. It's a career opportunity.
Money what for generating tournaments?
Yeah. Just for like
More
your-
than winning them.
Oh yeah, heaps more. No one
Yeah.
wins money.
No.
Plus, you'd be on the news all the time. They'd be like, local man in Australia can conjure up events. What for? Doesn't matter because it's boring, but it's news.
shit.
Nerd shit.
Nerd
All right.
shit.
What do you got for me?
Question number 4.
This is your best one.
This is my
Creme de la creme.
S tier.
Mm-hmm.
They've all been S tier.
Sounds like he is a winner.
Would you rather only play solo / cooperative games
Yep.
or only competitive games?
I'm going to ask you, what do you think I'm going to answer to this?
Competitive games because you like list building.
And my answer is competitive games because I enjoy the list building aspect. Yeah, if it's only one of the two, it's competitive games because you still get that fun playing. Although I'm playing against you, I'm playing with you.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
playing this story together. That's the
Yeah.
cool thing about war games. And yeah, I'm trying to beat your story. I'm trying to be the hero of my own story and thus the villain of yours.
Yeah.
The winning villain of yours. But we're playing together.
Top 3.
Top 3 at least. And you're going to lose because you can only conjure up. You can only conjure up tournaments.
And win one game.
Not bad. Hopefully it's not against me. That would really upset my placings.
That would. At least you come third though.
Not bad. Not bad. Not good. Not bad. Yeah, I think
yeah.
definitely competitive. Not competitive in, say, like tournaments, but against someone else. Those games.
Yep.
Casually against other people.
Okay.
For fun. But not solo. I don't play solo anymore anyways.
Yeah, I know. You don't play Parsec anymore.
I play Parsecs cooperatively with my friend Shane on our co-op Parsec series.
Battle reports. Check
Yeah,
it out.
check it out.
No, I'm done that thing.
Oh, you were just pointing in general.
Yeah, yeah.
You just had an itch.
You had an itch in the airspace forward of your face.
Like the way they're looking at it looks like I'm scratching my nose.
I bet it doesn't. Does it, Churchy?
It did a little bit.
A little bit.
Strange sort of.
There's a very distinctive shadow and scale issue with your finger.
That's pretty good.
What about yourself, Shane?
I would rather play solo and cooperative games.
Really?
Yep.
That means you can never play 40k. Well, I mean, you can play.
Cooperatively.
Yeah, you can never play against someone.
No. I don't know.
Yeah, you
I
don't-
didn't think of this question.
But that's the point of this. You get to explore your answers now.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Well, I've been playing, not lately because I've been on death's door, but
Yeah.
I've been playing some solo games.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed it. I was actually, my original question was solo or competitive. And I'm like, straight away, I'm like, Fox doesn't play solo games.
Yeah. Smart. What about? That's my foot. I don't know why I needed your. I don't know why I needed your footrest.
You've got your own.
Yeah, but I wanted yours.
Okay.
So it was like, would you rather
I'll share
your
it with you.
footrest or Shane's? And I was like, I don't have to. I can
You're
both.
using both.
It's more comfortable for me. I hope you don't mind.
Doesn't look comfortable.
It's painful on my knees. Yeah.
Yep.
What about solo? Or let me take your top tier absolute best question and make it better.
Do it.
What about solo or cooperative? That's easy, isn't it? It's
That
cooperative.
was my original question.
Was it? Wait, you said solo or competitive.
Sorry, guys. I'm nearly dying here still.
That's all right. We're okay.
I said solo / cooperative or competitive.
Sure. Yeah, competitive easily.
Yep.
For me, anyways. And
Yeah,
for you,
yeah.
solo co-op. Interesting.
Yep.
Means you can never play against me again. So I'm like, hey, Shane, I'm heading down to play Star Wars Legion. You want to play? Oh, sorry. I forgot about the...
In that tournament
Thing
that
you
was
signed
generated.
It's
Yeah.
actually kind of interesting because
Yeah.
my first instinct is to say that I'd choose to play solo and co-op. But then so many board games and stuff, like the vast majority of all the games in this sphere are competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
He's throwing board games in the mix.
there's-
You're cooked. You're cooked, mate.
Yeah. But then also,
Yeah.
if it's just wargaming, I don't know.
All your questions, though, are basically, would you rather play Parsecs or not? Which is fair, because mine are basically, would you play Star Wars Legion or not? Who was it? Was it Gritty who said in our Discord today that we do, because Penny posted about our Parsecs models watching us play Legion or something?
Yeah.
And then Gritty mentioned how we were like that. We just draw our attention over to a different game.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it was Rad, wasn't it? I don't remember. I only flicked through it as I was on the drive over.
I might have missed it.
Because you were on desktop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it's so true. I mean, I think it's just hobbyists in general are just like, you want to put, like, these war games take so much time and energy that you really have to, if you want to play one of them, you got to sort of put everything into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a little bit at least, like we put all of it into Parsecs for a while, and now it's at a point where you can just pick it up and play it.
Because we've got the painted models for it, we're ready for it terrain-wise and everything like that.
Got an understanding of the rules, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then when you switch to a new one, although it feels like you're going all in, there is still that love for those other games.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just this one needs right now, because we're just starting it, everything.
Yeah.
And that's why Legion in our Discord is just going insane.
Yeah, yeah.
And Parsecs is quite quiet. It's because everyone's played, got their models. They know what they're doing with Parsecs.
Legion will taper off a little bit once people
dare
have
you.
a couple of
Yeah.
armies painted.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
like you've got your whole rebel army.
Yeah.
You know, once you've done your pikes, you might taper off a little bit. Penny's just a machine. He's going to have one of every faction.
Absolutely. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, it's everything, though. Like a little bit of hype from a couple of people just generates more. It's contagious.
Yeah, it's snowbally, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, you know, like, Penny's been in it since day dot, carrying that banner on his own for a while.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
dabbled here and there, and so have others.
Yeah.
But then we're getting new homies just dumping straight into it, you know?
Yep, the diving in, putting the goggles on.
Head first.
Head first.
Yep. Yep.
But it's cool, and I think it's just like the perfect time for that, as we're on the tangent of talking about that game,
Yeah.
which was a skillfully crafted tangent by myself. Thank you very much. Excuse to talk about
Master
Star Wars Legion.
of Segways.
That's what they call me as I ride around on my Segway. Is that the master of Segways? Yeah, he's really good at changing topics. What was I saying?
Smoothly between them.
Yes.
It's
Speaking of tangents, I've abruptly ended up at a dead end.
we can't edit this.
We can't edit this. We actually don't have the. I wonder if people think our episodes are edited.
Oh,
we don't
no,
have
no.
the capacity.
No, we do just take.
It's a one take.
Too much.
If you're
It's all on a
listening,
film reel and you just can't splice the raw.
yeah, we can't.
No, we can't.
We can't splice and fuse.
We haven't got scissors.
No, or glue. In a hobby that primarily revolves cutting and gluing.
Sticky tape.
It's Star Wars Legion's good because of the timing. You're okay. We're almost done. We're done. You need to lie down.
It's the last.
We're
last
done.
Push.
We're done.
What are you saying?
I don't
Sorry,
It's
sorry.
not even your fault. It's just really uninteresting. So- it's on me. It's entirely my fault. It's the perfect time for Legion because of Kenobi and everything else going on.
Oh, yeah,
and new
that.
releases. It's the hype train, and it happens with every release. Thank you for tuning into Hobby Homies. As we've mentioned several times, we've got a Discord,
We do.
and it is the lifeblood of the podcast.
It keeps us going.
Well, obviously Shane hasn't had enough Discord in him. 'Cause
Without
you're barely
Discord, I
going.
would be dead.
Yeah, you're on life support.
Yeah.
And that life support is the Discord.
I've had a lot of support from the homies.
In the Discord.
should
Now
be.
my knee is in your space. You're running out of time.
So thank you so much to the guys that have messaged me and chatting to me while I've been
Death.
nearly dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got several channels for different things. Shane's pending death.
Yeah.
Star Wars Legion and some other stuff, Parsecs and war games. And so if you're into anything tabletop, there's a space for you. We've also got the Wild West that is
Yep.
the Hobby Lobby,
Oh, yes.
where everyone it's just a good space to be.
Not much tumbleweed.
No tumbleweeds in there.
busy.
Good. It's busy. It's a highway. So yeah,
is.
please jump in, share your hobby with us. A couple of new homies in there. So
Yeah.
thank you all for stopping by.
Yep. You can find links at hobbyhomies.com. I don't know if you said that.
I didn't. No, you're still not listening.
Hobbyhomies.com.
His eyes have glazed over.
From there, you can find links to all our stuff as well. If you can, please drop a little like on this video,
Yep.
a comment, and a sub if you haven't.
Interact with us in some way. We crave it, please.
It just means so much to us. And as well, you check out everything on hobbyhomies.com.
Yep.
Binge-worthy breakdown, another Hobby Homies Network podcast.
On
Talking about Brooklyn Nine-Nine at the moment.
Yep.
Breaking down many of your favourite shows.
Binge-worthy shows, hence
Yep.
the name.
Yep.
Thank you to our patrons. You're incredible. Without your continued support,
Yes.
this podcast would just be some low-effort would you rather episode for 50 minutes.
And
But
good thing it's not.
and it's not that at all because of your continued support. So thank you very much. You do keep this going every single
Yes.
Sunday,
Yes.
whether we like it or not.
Whether we're dying or not.
Our tenacity, for some reason, is unheralded.
Massive.
Because of you.
Massive shout out to Burnsy, Whack, Fire Dinosaur, MJ, Lethal, Moose, Penny, Gridlock, and Battle Maps Jack.
Quick shout out to Shane for getting through such a continued sentence without dying.
Thank you.
Alco, Churchy, Rad, Ollie, Hockers, Aggro, Foggy, Bravo14, and Big Roach. Got in on it. Love it. Thank you all so much. And he's like a puppet at the end of a puppet show.
Church, pull the curtain.
Thank you so much. Peace.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but the penny turn red. Kill it, deck, shit, in my head, Wargaming.